In case you missed it, I posted on Facebook that I wanted to get your guys' Christmas wish list. I wanted to know what you want for Christmas for the My Hero Academia card game. And then I said I was going to read them all out, so I'm going to read them out. I'm very curious. I want to spark a discussion. Maybe there's some Jasco employees who are watching this, listening in, who are going to get a little bit better idea of what the community is looking for. Of course, this is not a all-encompassing scientific litmus test, but if you had the opportunity to ask for one thing, what would it be? And for me, I started off with, Dear Santa, all I want for Christmas is an alternate win condition card for the My Hero Academia card game. And I didn't realize it at the time, but the card I posted, which is just Nicholas the Saint, it's a Santa Claus character promo, I think from like 2007 or something, from a while ago, is actually an alternate win condition card. If you don't have any, he starts with 12 Days of Christmas tokens on him, and once per turn you can remove one, and if you have no Xmas tokens on you, you win the game. And there's actually a funny, because you place them on at the start of the game, there is a funny win condition combo with a very ancient card that should never be reprinted and should not be legal because of all the weird stuff it could cause, where you swap starting characters. You can actually take a character out of your sideboard. It's like a cool idea, and I love the design space, but there's just too many things that need to be worked out rules-wise before we deal with that. So I don't think anyone ever actually played that combo. I don't know if it would have even been ruled to be legal, but there you have it. He is an alternate win condition card, and there was a theoretical cheese combo to essentially merit Lage into play. There's like a thespian stage merit Lage bars kind of a play. So pretty interesting stuff. And then the first comment is Corn Sloss, which says, what I want to see is Stronger in Darkness returning as a 0-2 or 0-3 with MRP errata. Damn. A 0-2, that is harsh. A 0-3 would be interesting deck space. A +3 high block, +2 high block? That's a very interesting theoretical space. I really don't know how it would affect deck building too bad, because it almost carries the full weight of an attack, but not quite. So that's pretty interesting. The little comment section says once or twice per turn is a simpler fix, but that is just basic training. That is just cramping the style of basic training. So then Michael Murray has 3 wishes. They say, my 3 wishes are a set that isn't My Hero, so Universe's standard support. The UK to get full redemption support, which I feel you, man. They need like a UK base, right? Like they need a base of operations out there to really pull something like that off. And then UF Scotland to finally put out new content. So, yeah, man. It's been a while since I've seen a UF Scotland, UFS Scotland. I don't know how you're supposed. I guess it's got to be UF Scotland, right? Like it's the initials is cute, but yeah, I haven't seen anything from them in a while. Yeah, it's pretty tough. Getting a UK distributor to do full redemption support would be huge, I'm sure. Getting the game to go like fully global is such a great goal. It's such a great plan, and obviously something we all want to see. It's just, which steps do you take first, right? Like, how do you generate that interest in a economic way, I guess, is, in a way that's good for business, because there's people who are hungry for it, man. We got a literal fucking champ card called United Kingdom of Smash, where everyone is just cosplaying My Hero characters. So the interest in the hype was definitely there, but as we transition, towards going back to standard, going back to universes, which is what this person wants, I got to imagine that it should be theoretically easier to go global with more IPs, but we'll see how it goes. Depends on what IPs you get, right? Dear Santa card, I want Hawks as a playable character. That is all. Thanks. I think this is a pretty common sentiment amongst the people. Hawks seems super popular. I haven't seen that far in the anime, but I have seen the one scene where it's like Hawks helping Endeavor, who is now the number one hero, which, I mean, frankly, he always was, but he's now recognized as number one, to fight like some Nomu in the air. It's the prominence burn scene. It's pretty tight. I actually really like the scene a lot. So seeing a Hawks character will probably be pretty cool. And then, of course, Levi can die happy. Kyle says, more in-person events. Online is great for accessibility, but it can't compare with being in person. I wholeheartedly agree. I think online is great for accessibility, is a good enough reason to keep it around. But I don't want to be high stakes. I want online events to be fun, cool events. Maybe you win, I don't know, gag cards or just product. Like maybe it's just a way to get like DLCs out to people or something. I don't know. Seeing like online events that aren't tied to your competitive circuit or like the world championships, but still provides like really cool prizing could be really neat. Also, well, yeah, I don't know. I was gonna say also it'd be cool to see like different formats, but immediately the first thing that came to mind was limited format. So yeah, that would be kind of hard to police. But when I think of that, I mean like an online teams event could be kind of neat. But of course, every little wrinkle you add to online events makes them like exponentially more complicated. So I don't know if that's really what we need for the online play space. But I don't want to see them go away. I don't want to see webcam weeklies go away. I'd like to actually participate in some if I had the time. But, you know, online provisionals were great for me this year. I had a ton of fun in online provisionals. Online regionals, online nationals, I was sweating bullets. I hated it. I'm pretty sure I punted my top 16 match because I had like a 3-hour top 32 match at Nads. And then my top 16, I had like a 5-minute turnaround, so I was just so overwhelmed by my camera fritzing out and like the stress of the event. And then I had to play the only other Vegas person who was in top 32 or maybe even in the whole event, who made it through all the rounds. So it was just like a harrowing experience to survive all these narrow little things just to lose to a friend of mine. So I would love to see online stick around. Just, we need to reassess its place in the community. I would love to see Guilty Gear in the game. That is a very popular fighting game all of a sudden, right? Like Guilty Gear Strive came out and everyone seems to love it. The music is fucking fire. The character designs are out of this world. Guilty Gear is so fucking cool, and yet it is insanely niche compared to My Hero. So, I don't know, man. I would love to see Guilty Gear in the game, but focusing on it as an IP, maybe not the most realistic goal. We seem to be transitioning towards anime, and it seems to be doing good for the game. So, as much as I love fighting games, you got to follow that money, right? Cott Wright says, bring back Standard with a vengeance in these funny-ass Christmas promos. I hope he means Saint Nick and not the Stowaway promos, because the Stowaway Squirrel Foundation, which is like after it enters your discard pile, I think. Yeah, it's enters discard pile, you remove it and you get a momentum, was wild and enabled crazy strats. And then the other one is an attack that just like removes itself from the game after it resolves. Get fucked. Like it was an overstatic card that never counted towards progressive. So let's go with the Saint Nick because we want that alternate win condition. But let's not go with busted cards that completely break mechanics of the game, huh? Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Maybe Saint Nick breaks mechanics too, but. Kevin says multiples, reversals, multi-symbol chaining, a good Deku character, and best girl. And make her good. That's like 5 wishes, bro. That's like 5 things. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm counting the parentheses. That's a different wish. If you've ever dealt with monkey's paws or teenage dungeon masters making wishes, that's a separate wish. A little greedy, but I can respect it, you know. Kevin, just a lot of this is just people who want standard back. That's the main thing I'm getting from this is a lot of our core audience is still here, and a lot of them really like standard, so that's just what you're gonna get. Barry says, I have this card. He doesn't. It's not really a wish. It's not really a Christmas wish. He just has the St. Nicholas promo. This is a real card. If you didn't know, if you thought I just like made up a fake card, for one, I wouldn't change all the formatting from my hero if I was going to do that. And two, yeah, it's a real card. Kirk Polka, who spells his name backwards on Facebook, but I am going to dox his ass, says, put some interaction, MHA. Game is lacking much of what makes the UFS engine great, which I would agree. The ability to play on both turns, the interaction between both players, the sheer amount of played abilities is typically what makes the engine great. The ability to play a whole bunch of cards and things like that. Right now, your interaction points are blocking and sealing or flipping foundations. Or targeted committing. There's some targeted committal out there, but it can't be fixed is a pretty badass card. So, yeah, put some interaction back in there. They're gradually adding it. They're playing it safe. We've talked before on stream about how players just want to play their cards, man. People just want to put their cards down and have them work. And so for early card games, you don't want to put too much negation in. You don't want to put like heavy control elements at the forefront, because then people won't be able to figure out like what they actually want to play. They'll just be getting negated. Next up, we have Thomas Redman, who says, I want a multiple card that says multiple copies of this card get punch or ranged. Now, there's almost certainly been a card that says the multiple copies get punch. I don't know if there's one that has it for ranged, or I might be getting confused. I know that there's definitely been a multiple card that does something with like getting a keyword trait, because for those who are brand new to standard or have never dealt with the multiple keyword, basically you just get like a blank copy of your attack. You get like a copy of an attack that has no text box, so it still has an enhance step. You just can't play any of the enhances on the card that generated the multiple copy, and it costs a momentum. You turn a momentum into a face down attack in your card pool as just the speed and damage of the attack that generated the multiple copies. So the closest thing we have to that in my hero is Meteor Shower, where you turn a momentum into another copy of Meteor Shower, but you still have to play it. And then so I think what Thomas really wants is support for Mina Ishido 2 dot, because that's what I see. When I see multiple copies of this card get punch or range, there's only one character that cares about both those keywords, and they would benefit a lot from the multiple keyword because they would be face down cards in their card pool. So that would be a very fast way to ramp out a ton of damage at somebody, because like let's say Mina just plays like one attack. She literally just plays one attack and it has multiple 2. She generates 2 face down copies of it. That's like plus 6 damage she just got if you take everything. Because she'll burn you for 2. Like, and on a partial, it's still burn for 2. It's not plus 1. So that's a ton of value to generate for that character. But he didn't say on those symbols, so he might get this wish, but not for Mina Ishido. Or whatever symbol he actually cares about, right? Like, again, you got to be very, obviously this is Santa Claus. It's not a monkey's paw thing, but, you got to think of who's going to be fulfilling these wishes, guys. Brooks says, wish for great pools and happy gaming for everyone. Hey, that's our first really wholesome one. That's a really wholesome one, That's the least selfish, right, that we've had. Jacob says, Dear Santa card, I want a playable Gentle Criminal and La Brava. I am going to assume that those are my hero characters, even though one is capitalized and one is not. I've not heard of either of those characters. Actually, can I Google it? Let me Google it off stream. Gentle Criminal. Was he just really nice? Oh yeah, he's got like a gentleman's haircut. Okay. And then... Oh, LeBron. Okay. So they're like together. They're like a thing. Okay. Yeah, okay. So he's the... He is literally just that. He is a gentleman criminal. Okay. MHA is super original. Cody says, all I want for Christmas is a flight to Vegas. Ha 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 ha. Trying to get his brother hooked up. Brothers trying to support each other. You love to see that. Thomas Ballinger says, I want to be as ripped as Saint Nick. Yeah, we're talking about this card, man. Yeah, look. So they used to have the stats on the cards because it was just like, I don't know, some old fighting game thing where they would always give you the... it's kind of a Japanese thing in general, actually, where obviously they like give you the vital statistics of video game characters and stuff, like their birthdays. But if you look, he's 5'9" and 220. And he's fucking jacked. He's got veins popping out. He's got the eye patch on. That's like Solid Snake the Saint. Yeah, so Thomas just wants to be ripped. Jared says, just make mill viable is all I ask. I'm right there with you, pal. The way the engine works, making like concentrated mill viable, is probably never going to happen. And it probably should never happen, as much as I hate to say it. If you want to make mill viable, all you got to do is block really well forever. That is the best way to make it viable. Khalil says, what I want for Christmas is for all the players to have great pools and great checks and to be happy and spread the joy of this game as far as they can. I don't need nothing for Christmas. Just want the overall happiness of this wonderful community who I can't wait to see some of them again in person in Las Vegas that I met in Dallas and hope they remember me. That's really nice. That's our second most wholesome, or our second really wholesome one, right? I'm not trying to rank them, but that's really nice that some people really took the spirit of the season to heart. So originally I had the Dear Santa channel in my Discord, and for those who have been unawares, I'm trying to get my Discord up and running, trying to get like a niche community thing going so I could play games with viewers, fans of the channel, talk about memes. We even have like a concentrated place for salt where people have been, just bringing up, hey man, I'm really salty with games, and they're getting like positive feedback. So that's actually really cool. I thought it was just going to be people being shitty, which is kind of what it's for, but like it sparked some real conversation. So that's cool. But we have more wishes for Santa. I put one here as well. I started off here as well with Dear Santa for Christmas. All I want is an air character with card advantage. Which, I guess Ochako 3 technically counts. If you hit people with momentum, you get to get it back. But, I really would love to have just like an air character who can draw cards. And we have a couple. We have All Might 3. We have some ways to do that. Like Ochako 1 technically does generate that. But I just want some card draw on a different air character. Because right now, All Might 3, he doesn't feel like an air character. He feels like an all and good symbol character who just happened to have air because it's like one of Bakugo's symbols. It's like the Bakugo symbol that made the most sense for him. But then we also have All Might 2 with fire, who's also Bakugo symbol. So I'm not saying they don't exist. I'm just saying I would take another one. Dear Santa, for Xmas, all I want is a Chaos card that has a commit 1 foundation cost. And again, there is like one or two of these that exist, but, Nick here is specifically looking for more enablers. He wants more ways to utilize those synergies. So Because right now it's like 1.3 million is like the best one. And I think character cards are the only other ones. So another chaos card with a commit 1 foundation cost. And then Dear Santa, for Christmas, all I want is one HLC point. Poor Zach Paisley. Zach Paisley was 1 point out. I think he lost a tiebreaker actually after points. After everything was said and done, I think he lost on a tiebreaker. Wait, no, because his tiebreaker would have been the deeper run at a single event. He got second place, so no, I guess he was just 1 point behind. Rough. Brett Kahn says, all I want for Christmas is you. He's singing like Mariah Carey. Originally, it's funny. Originally, I just saw the text part, not the image. It like popped up a notification. I thought somebody was singing Mariah Carey in my Discord. I was gonna have to kick him out. But I believe, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, I believe this is Lord Dobby. Yeah, double jab that pummel. I'm pretty sure this is Brett Pendragon. I think it's Lord Dobby, but I'm not 100% sure. Like 85% sure. No Block King, a constant viewer, a wonderful supporter and chatter of the channel, says, Dear Santa, I want for Christmas a finisher throw in Earth. Well, my friend, all the throws are finishers if you can get it to double your opponent's life total. But, like, you could see the meta shift to a poke throw game like that. Like, it takes, like, one card. It takes, like, one rescue completed style engine for another character to pull that off. So, throws have been in kind of a shitty place overall, but it's not going to take much for throws to become super relevant. I'm already seeing Momo decks play training weights with throws. So, they might be on the horizon. Ulysses says, all I want for Christmas is Lost Judgment on Steam. So that has nothing to do with My Hero. Honestly, what we really need, what it would take without any bans to get set 4 characters to see more play than the set 1 characters. That's called power creep. It's called power creep, my guy. I don't know if that's what we need. I get the goal. I understand the goal. I agree with the goal. The most realistic way to get there is power creep. I don't know if that's what we need. Maybe just like a set rotation on set 1 as soon as we like stabilize, like crank out 3 more sets and then say, all right, with set 7, we're going to rotate out. We'll have 6 sets. I don't know. Nick changed his wish. Nick Reagan says, Dear Santa, all I want for Christmas is a rules book that fully covers the rules. And Zach Pasley said, what color do you want your dragon? Oh, man. I mean, a rulebook that fully covers the rules would be tight. I cannot lie with that. Will it ever happen? Can it ever happen? Has it ever happened? I don't think so. I don't know if any of those things have, can, or will happen, but there's just so many tiny little spaces to lose a rule, man. Like, I think if I had to guess, this is in reference to someone pointing out that the rules for momentum in the rulebook don't explicitly say that momentum goes face down. And potentially, it doesn't mention it as like unknown or private information either. And so a card going from one zone to another would retain its privacy. Whether it's private, unknown, or public information, I think stays the same. So, yeah, there's just another tiny hole to patch in the rules that you would only mess up if you were trying to find a hole in the rules and never had someone actually demo you the game. Because anyone who teaches the game tells you it goes face down. Oh, we got a video. Charles Barkley from Team Froglog Crogdog on YouTube has a video for us. Let's check this out. He's just Microwaving a card?
Dear Santa, we both know why we're here. I just wish for Gran Torino's microwave. Just a microwave. Is that so much to ask for?
He wants the actual microwave itself? I guess so. Is that where Gran Torino cooks his taiyaki? He cooks like frozen taiyaki in his microwave. I have to assume that's an anime reference, and it goes over my head. But a microwave asset would probably be a first. That could be cool. I wonder what it would do. Probably just like pump up the image. Euphoric says, oh, he's responding to that with Midnight, because yeah, there's a couple of cards on Chaos that do the commit one. Euphoric says, Dear Santa, all I want for Christmas is for Jasco to give decent advance notice for event information and to not reschedule those events. Yeah, that is a common concern. It has not affected me personally because my ass is too broke to travel 90% of the time. And, you know, it just, I haven't had too many things to schedule around. But typically that kind of stuff, I'm either in Vegas where the event was being held or I wasn't able to go. So this was the first time I traveled. And, yeah, there was some rescheduling of stuff that screwed on me. But, you know, I had focused my anger elsewhere. I had managed to still make it. So it's never the biggest deal. Only a couple more here. The Chamber. Richard Cruz says, Dear Santa, I hope that Jessica learns to communicate better with players and for a great 2023 season for MHA. Yeah, that's a pretty common sentiment, I suppose. The communication, it's interesting, right? Like, you know, people were talking in the beginning about, like, oh, I love it. They communicate so much more than other companies. They've never had access to like employees the way that we do with My Hero. Like the employees are very active within the community and stuff, but towards the end of the year, a lot of silence went down. Hey, Zixbon, thanks for the follow, man. I appreciate it. So yeah, so the communication for next year, that's definitely going to be a place that I assume they're focusing on, and I hope they're focusing on. But it's tough because, like, I watch Yu-Gi-Oh videos where they're like, "Wow, for the first time in years, they explained they explained why they banned something." Like that's a very rare occurrence for Yu-Gi-Oh. You know, and people talking Magic about how they hide information now and stuff like that. So it's an ever-evolving world, I guess. It's really, you gotta take it. You got to take everything with a grain of salt because, like, there's no great companies. Oh, Gran Torino's microwave is his greatest treasure. Oh, okay, so we expect to see a Gran Torino microwave asset. All right, I'm down for it. I'm here for it. Oh no, he ruined his microwave? I thought it's his greatest treasure. Why would he smash? Oh, I guess it was unintentional. He was ricocheting around everywhere. Oh man, I want him to smash his microwave. That's fucked up. That's depressing. I would love to see a microwave asset. That sounds hilarious. Oh, dude, the microwave asset would be perfect for making a birthing pod. You like put a card in the microwave by destroying it, and then it cooks it into a better card. Dude, come on, birthing pod with Gran Torino's asset. Let's go. Imagine Yoda at the start of Empire. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I remember his inspirations are like Clint Eastwood and Yoda, right? It's like Mega Man, Clint Eastwood, Yoda. All right. Let's pop through the rest here. So we got Chiefs 15. So you guys can read it. Chiefs 15 says, Dear Santa, all I want for Christmas is a Mount Lady attack. Interesting. Yeah, that's true. She has photogenic hero in the character card, but there's no Mount Lady smash. There's no Mount Lady attack. You know, it'd just be Giant Lady Punch or biggest kick in the world. I don't know what her attacks would be called, which is probably why she doesn't have any. She's probably not actually attacking people in the anime. Canyon Cannon? Is that what it's called? Huh. Interesting name. You need to get a Canyon Cannon card. You heard it here first, Jasco. The Mount Lady Simps demand a Mount Lady attack. She's actually in like one of the first fights in the anime, right? It's not like they have no footage of her attacking, right? Am I wrong? She's like destroying some buildings, fighting people. Yeah, so there's at least like one. There's got to be at least one image of her attacking somebody. Maybe it's with her giant ass, and they were like, we don't want to use that. It's a kid-friendly game. It's her giant hip attack. And then we've got Brett Kahn coming in here once again saying, Dear Santa, all I want for Christmas is a Wednesday webcam weekly that is international friendly. Oh, yeah. That would be really cool. That again, then we're going back to we want the game to be global. That's definitely the goal. Oh, I left the desktop audio up. Hopefully that didn't ruin the audio for the whole video. Zixpon would have told me. You would have told me if the audio was all fucked up, right? If the music was too loud. You would have told me. But yeah, that's all I got for you guys. That is the wish list for the My Hero community. It seems to be that the main themes are specific characters we want in the game, like Hawks, Gentle Criminal, La Brava. We want a microwave in the game. We want the game to be more internationally friendly, and we want standard back. Yeah, it was a little weird. Yeah, I had to turn it up when I watched the video, and then I left it turned up, so we'll see. Anyways, I just wanted to do this quick little live stream just in case there were people, enjoying their holiday. I didn't really expect to get too many viewers, but I did want to do this like I said I would. But I hope you guys had a happy holiday. If you're watching this on YouTube, please comment below with what you want to see in the future of the My Hero Academia card game. I promise you, Jasco does watch these videos. They do, even if they're just lurking, even if they've been radio silent, they do lurk. They do pay attention to what you guys post and what you guys comment and when you interact with content creators. So let me know down in the comments below if you had to pick just one thing, if you had to pick something you could absolutely wish for to be realized in the My Hero Academia card game. Put it down below and we'll see if it comes to fruition. For me, I'm still crossing my fingers that Set 4 has an alternate win condition card. Villains are like ripe for that, right? Like villains, they cheat. They change the name of the game. They move the goalposts on you. So I'm really hoping that the villain expansion is one where we get an alternate win condition. But that's going to be it for me, guys. I want to thank Zix for being in the chat. I'm going to sign off here, but I'll see you guys in the new year, and I'll see you guys at the Hero League Championship at the end of January. It's going to be an absolutely fun time, and if you haven't already signed up for the UGN network, you can use my referral code ACE to get 50 bonus LP. I don't know how long that offer is going to be good for. I believe it's done at the end of this year, and then of course you can use my code plugin over at Unfun Stuff to save on all those holiday sales that are going on. But I'm going to cut this stream short here and let you guys get back to opening presents, spending time with your families, and hoping you all have a wonderful night. Have a great night, Zixpon. Thank you so much for jumping in here. Anyways, peace out, guys. Till next time.